I mean, who needs the Manchester derby when you have Orlando versus Portland? Am I right? Well, actually, that Manchester derby was pretty incredible. But anyways, hey, I'm Adrian from Rabona TV, and welcome to the MLS review, where we recap all of the highlights and lowlights from this weekend in MLS action. If you're a big MLS fan or just a fan of football/soccer in general, then be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can catch all of our videos and join in on the discussion. Your input is highly valued here. A little Friday night football between Montreal and New England kicked off this MLS match day, and it went about as well as it could have for the Revolution, and in turn, as bad as it could have for the Impact. Picture me, just finished a long week of work, just finished doing some chores around the house, happy and excited for the weekend, and happy and excited that I get to watch some Impact uninterrupted to get the weekend started. And then, I mean, don't get me wrong, I 100% agree that the red card should have been given. It just sucks when you're looking forward to a match and that happens just 14 minutes into it, especially when we were already missing Piatti. That being said, take nothing away from the Revs, who continue to surprise me this season. Yes, they have been fortunate in that that's 2 matches in a row now that their opposition has been down a man for the majority of the match, but they still had to execute, and they did so effectively. Oh, and a shout out to Teal Bunbury, who is having a nice little return to form, and a congratulations to Andrew Farrell, the former #1 draft pick, who scored his first MLS goal. Not to judge Montreal too harshly, but for a good team, going down a man shouldn't lead to a 4-0 thrashing. And I know, save your judgment for when they play the Revs 11v11, but still, you'd have hoped that they would have navigated this match a little bit better, navigate that adversity a little bit better than they managed to. Here we go, folks. Is this the point in the season when the Five Stripes, aka Atlanta United, start to really display their dominance over the rest of the league? To be honest with you, I thought the absence of a natural midfield anchor would be their weak point this season, but they seem to be doing just fine, more than fine actually, as they walloped LAFC 5-0 in front of 45,000 of their fans. But it was a bit of a weird one because LAFC kind of looked better throughout most of the match. And going into this one, and you'll want to remember what I say here as we go over the events of this match, going into this, LAFC had a shot conversion rate of 22.5%, so a goal for almost every 4 shots they took. Last year, Toronto FC set the record across the entire season with a conversion rate of 16.8%. In this match, LAFC outshot Atlanta 16-11, with only a single shot on target. Not a good day for them. But a great day for Atlanta, as in the first minute, Chris McCann was given a red card by referee Ted Unkel. However, upon consulting with VAR, the card was rescinded and he was given just a yellow. 15 minutes later, Miguel Almiron continued his blistering form by playing a perfectly squared ball that evaded the entire LAFC defense, leaving Julian Gressel with an open net. LAFC did well to stay in the match from then on, but after missing a close chance in the 62nd minute, Gressel, truly an underrated player for this season, picked out Joseph Martinez at the far post for an easy header. Martinez has scored 24 goals in 25 MLS appearances, which is 1, incredible, and 2, a new record for goals after 25 appearances. Then the wheels fell off for LA in the 87th minute, and they didn't just fall off, they exploded off. First, VAR again rewarded Atlanta, this time with a penalty that was converted by Almiron. They got another penalty, and Almiron scored that as well, on top of João Moutinho getting sent off for a second yellow. Finally, on the counter, Romario Williams sauntered up the field, cut inside on Walker Zimmerman, and picked out the right corner to make it 5-0. This was a weird one because, like I said, for most of it, LAFC looked like the better team. However, again, take nothing away from Atlanta, as they have an extremely strong team and a strong relationship with the referees. I'm just kidding. I can't wait until they play against Sporting Kansas City though. That will be a banger. And I was truly joking about the thing about the referees. That was just because they got VAR on their side twice in this match. Hey, speaking of Sporting Kansas City, remember when I said last week that they are quietly going about being the unsung heroes of the MLS season thus far? Well, they went away to the Lion's Den. Get it? Because Zlatan claims he's a lion. To try to preserve their strong start to the season against a galvanized LA Galaxy that was fresh off of an emotional LA derby. Zlatan, however, clearly isn't up to match fitness, so he started the match on the bench. For SKC, the top performer and MLS Player of the Month for March, Felipe Gutierrez, was out of this match with an injury, but that's okay, because SKC wasn't too worried about attacking today. I'm kidding. I mean, they won 2-0, so they definitely did some attacking, but it was the Galaxy with the best chance to go ahead in this one, when Ashley Cole found Chris Pontius at the back post, but his header rang off the woodwork. A few minutes later, Cole smashed a swerving volley on goal, but again, it came off the post. In the second, Daniel Saloy latched onto a miscleared corner by Ola Kamara and smacked it into the bottom corner. Then 5 minutes later, one of my favorite players to watch in the league this year, so far of course, Johnny Russell grabbed the ball just outside of the box, then split Ashley Cole and Daniel Steers with a nasty scoop and dinked it past Bingham to make it 2-0. Contender for goal of the week, for sure. Zlatan was brought on immediately after that goal, but LA just couldn't find a goal, with Alessandrini hitting the bar and Tim Melia stopping everything he faced. In fact, Melia made 10 saves on the night, which is a club record. His career high for saves in a single match going into this one was 8, so congratulations to him. SKC are one of the hottest teams in the league right now, certainly in the West at least, where they sit atop the standings. LA, on the other hand, are 3rd in the West at the moment. Philly took on San Jose at the Talon Energy Stadium in what was a long night for the Earthquakes, as Philly dominated this match and were perhaps a bit unlucky not to come away from it with a win. They outshot San Jose 22-9, forcing Tarbell to make 8 saves in the process. However, it was Magnus Eriksson who put the visitors ahead in the 36th minute with a great strike into the top corner. That was his first MLS goal, so congrats, Maggie. It took a while, but Philly got their equalizer in the 64th minute via a header from Ali Bedoya. This one was all about the assist, however, as Fabrice Jean Picot twisted inside out and then dropped a dime to the far post for Bedoya to nod home. And that's how this one ended. 1-1. Gotta add a little drama, you know? Add a little drama in my delivery for the 1-1 draw. All right, Dallas versus Colorado also ended 1-1, as Dallas remains undefeated. Not the kind of undefeated record that you would want, however, as they have won once and 3 draws. Colorado, on the other hand, are also looking for their second win of the season after 4 matches. In fact, Colorado almost had the win, as they were leading away at Toyota Stadium thanks to a 62nd minute deflected strike, I should say, from Joe Mason. They came close to doubling their lead via a long shot from distance by Blomberg, but Maurer punched it clear with an acrobatic save. Then in the 89th minute, Mauro Diaz launched the ball forward from the center circle, and Christian Coman headed the ball down to Howard's left and into the net to steal a point from the Rapids at the death. That ball from Diaz, pretty incredible. It was like 45 yards or something like that. Chicago lost their first win virginity this week, that's confusing to say, as they hosted their rivals, the Columbus Crew. After starting so brightly, the Crew have now lost 2 matches in a row, but it's not as if they were terrible in this match. Well, their finishing was, actually, as they took 21 shots with only 2 on target and 2 hitting the post. By the way, I think it's also worth specifying that only 5 of their 21 shots were blocked, so that works out to 12 shots off target and 2 hitting the post. Not good. That's some smoking hot trash. Chicago, on the other hand, 5 shots total, 1 on target. And they only had 35% of the ball possession, so this match was just a straight up siege of King's Landing. Which is coming, man. It's gotta be coming, you know? All my Game of Thrones fans, it's gotta be coming. Anyways, Chicago got their goal from a blunder by Columbus keeper Zach Steffen in the 27th minute. Steffen passed the ball directly to Nikolic, who coolly slotted the ball past the stranded keeper for his 4th of the season after just 4 matches. So he's looking like he's ready to take another shot at the MLS Golden Boot, which he won last season with 24 goals. The Vancouver Whitecaps, or Road Warriors as they called themselves, at least on social media, traveled to RSL, a land now barren of dreadlocks, to try to secure yet another win away from home after claiming the scalps of Houston and Columbus already this season. In fact, since 2014, Vancouver has the most away victories with 22 and the most away clean sheets with 19, so I guess they can call themselves Road Warriors after all. But not after this match, as Luis Silva scored in first half stoppage time with a deflected effort to make it 1-0. And late in the second, Alphonso Davies perhaps showed his inexperience just a little bit. He rarely does that, when Jefferson Savarino easily evaded him and beat him to Corey Baird's cutback to make it 2-0. Vancouver didn't lay down there, however, as a long ball up from Davies, redeeming himself a bit, was flicked on by Kai Kamara and smashed into the net with a first-time volley by Breck Shea. He's having a decent season now, actually, as that was his 3rd goal in his 6 appearances? I think 6. It could be 5. I'm pretty sure it's 6. Most of which have been substitute appearances, though, I'm pretty sure. Adrian, can you confirm that it's 6? There you have it. So Vancouver still looks strong in my opinion, as they sit in second in the West still. RSL isn't too far behind them, however, in 4th place, having played one less match. And finally, to the match of the weekend that really gave the Manchester Derby a run for its money, Orlando versus Portland. Orlando, of course, got their first win last week thanks to some heroics from DWYER. Watch the space. And Portland were winless in their first 4 matches. It's been a tough start for Cascadia rivals Portland and Seattle, as neither has a win. Hell, Seattle hasn't scored a single goal yet. But why am I talking about Seattle? Back to this match. Portland actually started strongly in this one, as Sebastian Blanco was sent off for a second yellow for diving in the box, except Mr. VAR came to the rescue once again and rescinded the yellow and gave Portland a penalty. VAR got this one 100% right, by the way, and Diego Valeri got his penalty 100% right as he smashed it to Bendik's right, 1-0. Stop saying right. A little bit later, Jake Gleason denied Justin Meram with an incredible save from 3 yards away to ensure that Meram still is yet to score a goal this season for Orlando. Also, I had no idea that Justin Meram represents Iraq at the international level. Crazy, the things you learn when researching for an episode. And Portland continued to play well at the start of the second, slicing through Orlando's defense easily time and time again, hitting the woodwork twice along the way, but in the 58th, they found their second goal as Diego Valeri's inch-perfect free kick was headed home by Tuiloma. 20 minutes later, Orlando started their comeback through Chris Mueller's near-post header from a corner. 2 minutes later, DWYER was brought down in the box after he ran into Powell's arm. I mean, I thought it was kind of soft, but hey, it was given, and Sasha Boy converted to make it 2-2 with just 8 minutes remaining. But 5 minutes is all that DWYER needed as he bamboozled the Portland defenders, twisting inside it out and then finishing coolly past Jack Gleason to complete an epic comeback. Too bad I already used epic comeback in my other video this morning, so I can't use it in this one. Oh well. But yeah, after starting very glumly for Orlando and Jason Kreis, they've won their last 2 matches in a row. My question is, why are they playing so many matches at home though? What's going on with the MLS scheduling? It all evens out in the end, I guess, but I feel like you would want your home run to be towards the end of the season. Your run of home games, not a home run. Anyways, that win actually took Orlando all the way up into 5th, and Portland are still kicking it at the bottom of the West alongside their buddies, the Seattle Sounders. Alright guys, I'm gonna start choosing a player of the weekend because, well, why not? And there were some great candidates. DWYER, of course, for his late heroics and winning a penalty and scoring a winner himself, or there was Miguel Almiron, who scored twice and set up Gressel for another. But for me, let's give some love to the defensive side of the pitch, as they rarely get much. So, with that said, the inaugural Rabona TV MLS Player of the Week award goes to Tim Melia, the Sporting KC keeper who kept a clean sheet despite the barrage from LA Galaxy, making 10 saves along the way, which is of course a club record. Big up to Melia, you deserve this award, and I know that you grew up dreaming about winning it, so congratulations. And that was it for this weekend, another great weekend, and can I just say that I am enjoying this season more than any other. I mean, I always have enjoyed the MLS, but I was a little bit selfish or Montreal-centric in my taking in the league. Now, I'm seeing it all, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it, so I hope that you guys are doing the same, and if these videos help you to do so, then let me know by dropping a like, or taking that extra step in subscribing if you haven't already, and commenting so we can chat some in the comment section. My name is Adrian, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for some Champions League watch-along action, if you fancy that kind of thing. Have a good one.